I know what you're all thinking right now. Him. Yes, I know. And all I can say is this. Baby Yoda, you're so cool. I wanna take you to the outer rim and take you back to school. Baby Yoda, I just wanna say I'm so great to have you in my life today. Let's begin. Hello my friends, my name is Dragonheart the Prince of Wales and welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is episode 15, the halfway mark to 30 days to become a better live streamer. As you can probably guess, I have a Twitch channel myself, a link to that will be in the description below. But without further ado, let's crack on with today's video, where we will be talking about emotes. Very, very fun emotes indeed. So what I'm going to do on the screen, I'm going to put some of my emotes on here. And you'll see that I have some cat emotes. I'm a cat owner. I thought it'd be cool. My cats happen to be on the camera quite a lot when I'm streaming. And it's not by choice, they literally come in and beg me. Luna, which is my smoky grey cat, she comes in and she has laces in her mouth. And she literally goes... and makes a little noise, and she comes up to me and wants me to play as I'm streaming, so I have to like stop what I'm doing, get the lace and play with her on camera as people are like watching me play a game. It's quite funny. And so I've got an emote of her, I've got an emote of Solus, which is my ginger and white cat, and he's sort of looking up like, oh, he's got like a little toy in his mouth. So I've got him. I've got an emote of Panda, who is my wife, and she's wearing a golden beret. Now, Golden Berry is an inside joke with a friend of ours called Kahuli, so that's kind of in there for that as well. And then I've also got a Norman emote. Now, you'll all know who Norman is. I have him right by here. He is the puppet that I use on my streams, and I put a little voice on, so when someone comes in, I go, "Hey, ABC123, welcome to the stream, how you doing?" And I'll go, "Welcome to the stream, ABC123. I hope you're having a cracking day. Welcome, welcome." Go back to the episode where I talk about props. You'll know more about what Norman is in that episode. But I use him as that. And of course, he's basically a character in my stream setup. So I have him immortalized as a emote as well. So it's important with emotes to think of a couple of things. Once you become affiliate, you have access to emotes, so you'll need to get 50 followers. You will need to, I believe it's stream 12 hours in the past 30 days. You will need to have streamed on 7 different days, 7 separate days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can do Monday to Sunday if you wanted to, and do a whole week worth of streaming, or you can spread it out a bit more and do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and then the following week do like Tuesday, Saturday, something, as long as you're 7 dates within a 30-day period. And you have to have 3 average viewers. As long as you have all of those things, you will get a Twitch affiliate. If you follow all of the things in this guide, you probably get an affiliate fairly soon, I would hope. And once you have that, you have access to these great emotes then. Now, if you're like me, you have no idea how to make emotes. Even though I'm okay with certain things of Photoshop, creating little brand new fresh characters in the form of an emote is not my skill. So what I did, I went onto Fiverr and I found an artist who goes by the name of Joy, and she makes some fantastic emotes, and she made the ones that I use on my stream, and I'm really happy with them. So that's the one thing I want to mention. You don't want to be making loads and loads of emotes and wasting a lot of money if you're going to go down the financial route of having someone to make them for you and you pay for that service. I would start off by just making 1 or 2. You can get them fairly cheap on Fiverr. Best thing to do is to have a look at the level of the seller, have a look at their work, message them beforehand, always message. That's what I did. I think with my emotes, I messaged first. I had a great discussion with her on Fiverr. I told her exactly what I wanted. She then sent me the sort of concept art over, so the drawings without them coloured in. And I was like, great. And then literally, before she finished it, I messaged her. I was like, you want me to pay now? Do you want me to put the order on, put the gig on and pay? She's like, yeah, go on, you can proceed with that now. And then I just literally paid, did it, and then I had it back straight away. So I would do that, message the seller first if you're going to go down the Fiverr route. Obviously, if you are good at Photoshop, then you'll have a much better idea than what I can explain in this video of making your own emotes. But the things you want to think of is obviously the size. So I believe it's 112 by 112 pixels. I think it's then 72 by 72. I think it's 28 by 28 or 26 by 26. I can't remember the last one, but they're 3 different sizes, and you need to make sure that they are done very well to that size. Make sure they are PNG around the outside, unless of course it does fill up the whole box, and you want it to stand out on dark theme as well as normal Twitch theme colours, so white and black backgrounds basically. With my emotes, you'll notice that there's white and black sort of piping around the sides of them, so it stands out on both backgrounds as well. And they have the different sizes on there as well, so you can clearly see that they work on phone, tablet, PC, whatever the device is, they'll show up effectively. That's why you want to get the different sizes correctly done to scale as well. If you've got a high-res version of the 112 emote, I think Twitch will use that one, and you can click on the option to just import that, and that will scale it down for you. But it's probably safer just to have it done in 3 different sizes and just add them manually, the 72 by 72 and so forth like that. So that's the one thing you've got to think of with the emotes when you're making them. You need to make them interesting. So you can either use popular emotes and go with, for example, like Kappa Kappa, for example. Everyone knows what Kappa is, Kappa Kappa, and do that sort of thing with it. If you're a streamer where your face is present on screen, then you could perhaps take a screen cap of your face, get an artist to cut around it if you're not good at doing it yourself, or if you are able to, I'm sure you can find a video to help you out online somewhere. Cut your face out, pull a funny face. So for example, I could do like a creepy face, like that for example, and then I could cut that out. I could use that as an emote, and I could call it Creepy Dragon or something like that, and that would be perhaps relevant then. Think about gaming tropes and things that always happen. Type F in the chat, for example. GG, LOL, things like that, for example, are all things that are used on a regular basis. So if you want to put your own spin on those kind of things, then you can do that as well. But with the emotes, generally you want to try and make them as interesting as possible and as relevant. I mentioned my emotes at the start. With those emotes, they are personal to me. You're not going to see too many people with a creepy puppet emote on Twitch, so I've made it unique to me. I've made it relevant to my streams, and I've immortalized Norman in some way. And Norman's a big part of my streams. Like, I don't go over the top with him and with the voice and stuff. When somebody new pops into my chat and they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen you play this. I haven't seen this Assassin's Creed before. What's it like? Or how are you doing? Or whatever." You have the chat at the start. And I'm just playing the game. All they're seeing is my camera and me and the gameplay. I'm just there. I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, man? Welcome." And then all of a sudden, I pop my hand up the puppet. "Welcome to the stream, APC1. How are you doing?" And all of a sudden, they're like, "Whoa, I didn't expect that. Whoa, what is this stream?" And I've gauged a bit of an interest, and hopefully they'll stick around and be entertained by that sort of thing. Obviously, the I guess the offset of that is that it could put people off as well, because a lot of people don't like that sort of thing. But that's the risk you take when you do this. I mean, it's all risk taking at the end of the day with streaming, trying out different things and seeing what sticks and what doesn't stick. So that's kind of my thing with the emotes is make them relevant to your stream. Whatever you do on camera, things that you say quite often, things that you do quite often, you can go with that. If you are unsure, then play it safe. Either do some things with your face and use a few of them, or things to do with your logo. If you've got a logo which isn't your face, so it's like a dinosaur or a dragon or a bear or something like that, the kind of gaming logos, esports logos, that sort of thing, maybe have some different versions of that logo. But you want to make it something that people are going to want to use and in your chat quite often. And the great thing with Twitch is that if they're a subscriber and they have access to your emotes, they can use those emotes elsewhere. It's almost like free advertising. If you've got a really cool, unique emote, for example, Norman, I think it's cool, I can go into somebody's chat and I can talk to somebody, and maybe somebody in the chat who's like a mod in that person's stream or something knows who I am, watches me or whatever. I'm there chatting with them for a bit. But the streamer and the rest of the audience that are currently there might not know who I am. All of a sudden, I chuck the Norman in there. I've got an inside joke going with the other person in that person's chat. They look at the emote, they go, "Who's Norman? What's Norman all about?" And I give them the story. And I'm like, "Oh, Norman's my little puppet that I throw on camera every now and again." All of a sudden, I've engaged them. "Oh, you stream, do you?" "Yep." I just naturally and organically created that conversation, and I've given the opportunity for that person to go, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, if so and so watch you, I'll be sure to come and check you out sometime." And you know, it generates that kind of buzz, I guess, that kind of buzz. So that's the beauty of emotes. They're quite a powerful tool in other people's streams, not only your own. You need to think of that as well. But generally, you want to make them clear, concise, and relevant. If you're unsure, go with your face or go with something. You know, you could have your face, but do like you could recreate the Kappa Kappa, for example, with your face. You could just do funny things, you know, and create your own like that if you're unsure as well. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. I think the most important advice that I can give you in this video when it comes to emotes, though, don't waste loads of money. Don't waste loads of money just, you know, as soon as you go to affiliate, I gotta get loads of emotes, and you end up buying like 20 emotes and spending like well over £100 or something. Best thing to do is to do it gradually. That's what I did. I bought myself 4 emotes to begin with, and they are what I used for the first month or so. Then, when Norman became more prominent, I swapped one of them out and I used Norman. Bear in mind, you have to have a certain amount of channel points and subscribers to be able to have access to more emotes. So I think you start off with 3, and that's your tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and then you can unlock an additional tier 1, additional tier 2, additional tier 3 as you go on and go on. The bigger you grow, etc., etc. So I had access to 4 by this point, so I got the first level done. I just missed out on the second one, so I'm gutted, but there we are. That happens. And so you can use emotes for that. But you can also use them for other things as well. For example, you have channel points. I use channel points, which I'm going to go into a video on channel points more explicitly in the future. But channel points, I call them prince and puppet points. Hey, I'm the prince, this is the puppet. So make it relevant again. I have an emote for that. Because when someone goes down to redeem channel points, there's an image there. The image is, of course, the dragon heart with a cap on his head, because I wear a cap when I stream, and it's holding the puppet. So yeah, I think that's relevant. You can then have hype. For example, if somebody is doing a stream train, or hype train rather, when people are just constantly subscribing and it's just going nuts and nuts and nuts, and you get the notifiers going off, it's like, oh my god. You could have emotes for that. When you get to a certain level, you can enable Twitch to have hype emotes for that. So that's another good thing as well. You can use emotes for, of course, all the stuff within the channel points. For example, I have a singing emote on mine, or image, where it's a microphone and me holding a microphone and sort of singing and going, ah, with a funny face. So you can use that as an emote. But the point is, you can spend loads of money on these things. Twitch has lots of default channel point ones you can use. So I would start with them and only use them and upgrade them if people are using them. And it's the same with emotes. You don't want to spend loads of money on emotes and then find no one's using them. So try and make it clear, concise, take baby steps with it, only end up buying and upgrading as you go along, and have fun with them. That's the whole point of emotes, is to have fun. Anyway guys, I've been Dragonheart. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.